Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to be going through crafting your base system prompt for your AI agents that you create. Now, I'm going to use the dental office booking agent example, which I got from the marketplace, but I'm also going to show you how you can create them from scratch and how I would think about crafting a prompt for your potential different clients. There are two main ways to get to this screen here. One is if you are creating a new agent from scratch. When you do that, you will land on this page, and this base system prompt will be our default prompt, which has instructions on how you can fill it out, how you can think about it. I will also be going through a prompt guide in this video to share with you how I think about crafting our prompts for our AI agents. The second way is to use the marketplace. Marketplace currently has about 20 different pre-built agents for different industries and different use cases. Highly suggest taking a look at that as you're getting started. As stated before, for this one, we're going to use the dental office booking agent. This does have a pre-built prompt that I cloned from the marketplace. The main goals of this agent are to answer questions, collect information, and schedule appointments. Now, the priority objective is to schedule appointments, but it'll do those other things as well. So what you'll see in this prompt is a variety of different pieces that all come together to form that smooth conversation with the dental clinic's potential client. One of the biggest questions that I do get when crafting these prompts is what AI model the agent should be using and how that relates to usage and cost and everything there. I'm going to record a separate video for that that'll talk about the differences between the models as well as which ones I recommend you should use for those different use cases. Generally speaking, we always recommend GPT-4o for most of the use cases, but in the other video, I'll go through it in more detail. Now, going into my prompt guide, which I will make sure there is a link in the description and this is viewable by everyone, I want to share this to go through how I think about crafting prompts more conceptually. This will apply to all of the agents you create, whether they are support agents, lead intake agents, or scheduling, or some combination of all three, as well as for the variety of different industries that we work with. For this example, we're going to use the same dental booking agent from the marketplace, and I'll go through everything here kind of step by step. If there are any additional questions, link them in the comments below, and we'll make sure to answer anything from there. Starting with the agent role, we really want to define who the agent is and who it is not. This helps to give it some boundaries as to how it should respond, and ultimately we're giving it some deeper level context so that it responds in the way that you want it to. Two questions to think through: who is this agent, what are they, and what aren't they responsible for? That is really the main piece here. Moving to tone and personality, this is really about how the agent should sound and respond to the potential clients. Examples of this are warm, professional, helpful, asking one question at a time, guiding them to whatever objective we might have set. The third piece here is about the objective. Now, this prompt section in particular, the main objective is to schedule appointments, and that could be cleanings or exams or patient visits for dental clinics, but that is the overall goal. For different industries and different businesses, there may be different objectives or multiple objectives. For example, for service-based businesses, roofing companies, landscaping companies, things like that, you may have multiple objectives where you are collecting information as well as setting appointment once you determine that they are qualified. So this here can be specific to one specific objective, but it also can be more broad to multiple objectives if that is the goal of the agent. The most important thing here is thinking about what those outcomes look like, and then all of those conversation paths that may happen should be working towards those outcomes. Number 4 is being a little more specific about the conditional logic. As an example, for the dental booking agent, if somebody is interested in a service that the dental clinic doesn't offer, then we don't necessarily want to push them to book an appointment because it's not something that we can help with. This is very similar for service-based businesses where you have qualification criteria that is set before. If you have leads that do not meet that qualification criteria, you would not move them forward into a booking flow or something like that. So this is where we want to get a little more specific as to exactly what that looks like and how people either move forward or they don't. Number 5 goes hand in hand with both of the intake flows as well as the appointment scheduling flows. We want to break questions down, ask one question at a time, make sure that they are in a specific order so that we can exactly map the lead intake to what the client is either currently doing or are used to. Generally speaking here, one question at a time equates to smoother conversations, which means higher conversion rates and ultimately more leads or appointments for your clients. Moving into the calendar logic. So here on the chat side, we have a Google Calendar integration. There will be some more calendar integrations coming soon, but as of early November here, Google Calendar integration is active. If you are using other calendar systems, you may be adding a calendar link into the prompt, which works as well. This is more about if we have the different calendar integrations, whether it is a link or whether it is a fully conversational flow with Google Calendar, what exactly that calendar logic looks like, and exactly how we train it to respond to the user when we have those different integrations. Moving on to number 7, this is all about the data collection from the lead. Most important things here are asking one question at a time, very similar to how a form or survey might work. And then we do want to be deliberate about how we collect that information within the larger context of that conversation. Make sure that we're asking for the right information at the right time. Going into number 8, as we know, not everyone is ready or wanting to leave us all of their information, but they are willing to submit some information in order to express interest. So in that event, we want to make sure we have some other options for them in case they say they're not ready to book an appointment or they're not completely ready to submit all of their information. We do still want to collect some information so that the client can reach out to them and move on for some other information or follow-up that the client can have. Last but not least here, we have some guardrails and compliance information for industries like medical, dental, and law. We do want to make sure that we are not giving any legal advice or medical advice, and that if it is an emergency in any capacity, that we are pushing them to contact emergency services. We also want to make sure that we are not answering questions that are not about the business that we're discussing. If they ask off-topic questions, we want to politely guide them back to the conversation at hand and then make sure that we handle any other questions, comments, or concerns from the user in the appropriate way. This is how I typically think about crafting this. As stated before, I will leave a link in the description below. If you have any other questions about prompting, please reach out to us, let us know. We will be happy to help. Thanks.